Then I fell down. Couldn't believe it until I stood up 10 toes behind Jesus.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast. My name is Britley, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about navigating life in your 20s. Now, I put up a poll asking, well, not a poll, like a questionnaire asking like, what topics do you guys want me to talk about or that you're interested in? And someone put navigating life in 20s, and I was like, I don't know about this one, because although I'm 27, I feel like I just now got an idea / grasp of what is even going on. Like, it has been so crazy. I feel like I've lived so many lives within my 20s, or I guess within my life. It's just the experiences, the things God has allowed me to see and experience. It's really been a blessing. Although some things didn't work out the way I thought it would. Some experiences were hurtful, some regretful. But I can see how God has used everything that I've gone through to get me here to this point. So a little bit about myself. So I said I'm 27. I feel like within my 20s, because earlier in my 20s, I was running track at LSU. Like, I was an athlete the majority of my life. Although I grew up in the church that I'm in now, I wasn't, I knew about living saved, being saved, but I wasn't in the position, I didn't have the mindset to want to live like that. I didn't have the mindset to want to be saved, and I didn't really understand having a relationship with God. Like, a lot of things that I would see within the church, I just thought it was like a preference thing. Like, oh, people, like, they just do that, they just do this. I didn't really understand like the conviction part of, simply because I wasn't close enough to God to even learn about him in that way. And that's why I always want to try to talk about having a relationship with God, because you can do all of these things. You can go to church, you can go to prayer services, you can go to worship service, you can read the Bible, you can listen to worship music all day, every day, and you can still be just as far from God as anyone. So it's really about relationship and intentionally seeking God, and that I didn't have. And I didn't even know I needed to have it. So we got the college experience, partying, team, all kinds of stuff. And then God really like shook me up bad. I've given basically my testimony several times, but long story short, I experienced a death with one of my friends in college, and that experience really changed my life. So done that. I feel like I'm so behind. I've been behind because I was in college for so long. Had the COVID year with track, came back, so I graduated at 23. And the only reason why I remember that is because a year later, on my 24th birthday, I remember crying, being so sad, because I'm like, it's no way this is my life. Like, I know God has so much more for me, but I'm not doing nothing. Like, I'm just sitting here. I was used very, very negative self-talk during that time that I'm not going to repeat, but I was really like rock bottom. I had some things that I experienced that I couldn't really let go of, concerning like college and track and all that stuff. Mentally was just literally that. And the only thing that helped, made me feel better, was going to church and seeking God. I didn't know it would end up here. That wasn't the goal or the plan. I just loved God, and I still love him now. So he was just showing me more and more and revealing more and more of himself to me. And I loved it, and I still love it to this day. And we're a few years in now. But aside from all that rambling, navigating your 20s, it's very, I feel like everyone's experience is different. Because just talking about mine, like, I went from being in sports my whole life. I've had friends. I literally lived with women, for years in college, like super close with people, friends, things like that. And then college, you leave and you're just not as close to them anymore. So I had so many friends come and go, things like that. And I feel like during your 20s, a lot of times you hit that point where you may have been best friends with somebody, you may have been really close with somebody, and then y'all just slowly start to drift apart. And I know for me, it was like that with a lot of people, simply because I was living in the world, and then God turned my life upside down in the best way possible, or right side up, because I don't know. God turned my life around, and so now the stuff I'm talking about, it don't really make sense to the people I'm usually talking about other stuff with, my language just started changing, and things that I used to love and, wanted to do, I had no desire to do them anymore. So the people that I would do those things with, like, it just wasn't fitting. So it just was like a lot of friendships just like separated. And the thing I'll say about that is, if it's from God, like if God is causing the separation, he will be with you during it, the separation, the split up, the whatever. He will be with you during it, because that was a real life experience for me, because me and one of my closest friends, we basically just kind of fell out. And I never thought that would be possible. So I was praying to God, like, God, if this is you, like, let it be easy, because I don't know how this is going to work out, but let it be easy. And God just literally stepped in the situation. And sometimes even now, because like I said, it's been a few years since I experienced that transition. Like now everyone kind of knows, like, okay, like, Britley's 10 toes behind Jesus, like, it's not the old Britley. So, people kind of understand it now. So I don't really have that. I wouldn't say it's a problem. I just don't have those situations anymore, because everyone is kind of understood. Like, no, I don't want to go to club. I have no interest in going to the club. Like, I know I was there a few years ago. I probably invited you. I probably told you to come. Like, I know I was there, but now it's like, nah, like, it's no point in even asking to do that, or, be involved in stuff like that. But it can be hard. And so I just think 20s is just all about transitions, and you really, really, really have to lean on God, because you also are maturing. And I feel like you always are maturing, like, just like even outside your 20s, like, God continues to mature you and grow you in certain areas. But you're not really like, I don't want to be negative, but you're not really that wise during this time. Like, a lot of emotions and feelings, you're experiencing them for the first time. And so it can be very difficult on how to acknowledge that, like how to respond to certain situations. And with social media, it has really just taken things to the next level, because so I'm 27. It's people, I can go on social media right now and find 21-year-olds that are wealthy, like have made millions. They have a house, they have a car, they have 2 cars, they're married, they have kids. And so you can so easily be like, man, am I behind? Like, what in, like, that can really play with you. But on the other hand, or something I can say to just encourage you to stay in your own lane, like run your own race, because the things God has allowed you to experience, to have like now, think back to when you were that age. Like the decisions you made at that age, aren't you glad that you didn't find yourself in a permanent position? Like, aren't you glad God broke up some stuff? Because at that time you thought it was a good idea, but now looking back, you're like, that was a terrible idea. And I would be so upset if that was still my life to this day. That's just how I feel. It was such things I thought I was so sure about. There was a lot of people I thought I was so sure about. And now it's like, man, I'm so happy that God did not allow that to work out. I'm so happy that God allowed the situation to hurt my feelings. God allowed my heart to get broken, because me now is so different. And so that has been the thing that has helped me stay grounded in my late 20s, because I'm approaching 30 here soon. And I don't know, it just keeps me so hopeful that the best is yet to come. And that is one thing that I can like wholeheartedly say is life always gets better. That's just like life always gets better as long as you are seeking God, because his word is true. God said, seek him first and all these things shall be added to you. Like, as long as you keep God first, life will continue to get better and better and better. And so during this time in your 20s, like, you have comparison that is just eating us alive. You have so many changes within relationships with people, changes in careers. Like, a lot of us really don't even know what we want to do. We don't know what we want to do. We, trying to seek advice. Finances are literally crazy. Like, we don't know what's going on. We're trying to get a grasp of it. We're trying to hold on to it. And it's just a lot of things that that people in their 20s go through and that I've experienced. So I completely understand. But I'm just thankful for it all. Like, I really am. I was talking to one of my friends and she was like, man, it really all is starting to make sense. Like, the things that I thought I wanted or I used to want, like, I don't even want those anymore. And the thing about God is he sees our future. So he sees the things that we don't even like, our future selves won't even want, won't even like. And he's just looking at us in the present like, you're not going to want that soon. Like, or that's not going to be good for you. That's going to ruin your life. And so while we're hurting now, like, God, I want this. Like, why can't this happen? Does that happen? He's just like, you just got to wait, man. You just got to wait. And then you're going to be thankful. You just got to wait. And then you're going to be thankful. So knowing that, it's like, go ahead and be thankful now. Go ahead and be like, God, I know you see this. I know you see what's going on. And so the fact that my situation hasn't changed, you're changing my mindset about it. And that's better than the situation even changing. Like, because you're being aware, or you're being, what's the word? God is inviting you in on his plan. Like, he's inviting in, like, into how he thinks. Like, the prayer I told y'all last time, my prayer is to obtain a mind like Christ. Like, always, like, I want to get closer and closer to God. Like, I want to learn more and more and more, because I want to, like, everything I do, I really want it to be spirit led. I want God to literally direct my path. I want to be obedient to where he's taking me, where he's going. Because truthfully, I don't want to be in charge. Like, no, my record, I don't got a good track record. Like, when I'm in control of stuff, it don't look good. It's not too pretty. So, like, it's just the point. It's like, why would I want to make the decision? Like, why would I want to make the choice? I don't. God knows best. God knows me better than I know me. God created me. So just trust him. Just trust him. I don't know I think that's all. But yeah, navigating life in 20s. Yeah, so if you guys have any other topics that you want to talk about, that's just my view on it. So I guess to sum all of this up is while you are unsure about a lot of things, be sure about God. You'll never go wrong with God. You'll never go wrong with keeping God first. You'll never go wrong with seeking God first, doing the things of God first. Like, you'll never go wrong if you do it that way. And that's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. I used to say, like, so a lot of times we'll always say, like, pray about this, or like seek God, like, for what he wants you to do, what this thing, like, concerning decision making. And so I always tell people, like, while you're in the in-between, do the things where you can't mess up with. For example, you'll never mess up with a strong prayer life. You'll never mess up strengthening your prayer life. You don't need to pray and ask God if you need to go to 5 a.m. prayer. You don't need to pray and ask God, do I need to read my Bible? Like, we take that a little too extreme. Like, I don't know, I need to pray and see if God wants me to go to church. No, like, you're trying to seek him. Like, you'll never go wrong when already obeying the commandments that God has given. Like, by obeying, you'll never go wrong. So when you don't know what to do that. While you waiting, do that. While you confused, do that. You'll never go wrong doing that. And so that's kind of been my bread and butter these past few years. So I'm just like, I've made so many mistakes in my life. I messed up so many times. I'm still messing up, still doing things wrong. And it's just like, I just got to the point, like, I'm just tired of me. Like, I really am. I'm tired of me. I'm tired of making decisions. It's just been a lot. So I said, I'm just going to almost, in a sense, overwhelm myself in seeking God. Because I know, like, I'll never go wrong by seeking God. And you will too. You'll never go wrong with trying to give God your best. You'll never go wrong with that. Now, when you start making up stuff and trying to do all this other stuff on your own, saying it's God, I don't know about that. But obeying God's word, you'll never go wrong. So I guess that's the ending of that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. That helps out a lot. And don't forget to stay 10 toes behind Jesus, because you know he's 10 toes behind you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.